supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to expose the myth that guns don't kill, and I want to talk about why there will never be any substantial gun control changes at a federal and probably not at a local level either. First of all, the whole idea that guns don't kill. I hear a lot of people using that weak-ass, parroted, unthought-out argument. Guns don't kill, people kill. Well, let's apply that same argument to nuclear weapons. Nukes don't kill, people kill. So if nuclear weapons don't kill people, why would we want to stop third world countries from their nuclear developments, weapons development? Because we realize that a nuclear weapon can do a lot of damage. So we don't want that type of powerful weapon to get in the hands of people who want to kill. Well, it's the same thing with your guns. People that want to kill should not have access to powerful weapons to kill people. So it's not a question of if guns kill. It's how powerful of weapons do we want to allow in the hands of people who want to kill. If guns don't kill, nukes don't kill. Bombs don't kill. So we should legalize all that, because none of that kills. So that's a dumbass argument. We don't want powerful weapons to get in the hands of maniacs. That's the true gun control argument. Let's not derail that. But let me tell you why there'll never be any substantial gun control in the United States. And black people don't even have to worry about it, because issuing felonies through racial profiling and criminalization of black people has been their method of gun control on black people. They don't want you to have a gun, they'll just find a way to give you a felony. They'll find a way to criminalize you so you can never have access to a gun, strategically. So that gun control shit don't even apply to us. They've been gun controlling us since we've been free. But why will there never be substantial gun control in America for white people? I'm with gun control, because gun control ain't gonna do nothing but humble the white man. Because the racist redneck that don't really want to transform and change in society and want to maintain the old way, still want to make America great again and want to live in the traditional value systems and don't want to look at slavery and look at racial inequality as a reality. They just want to hide behind their gun. They will be humbled by gun control legislation. If they don't have them semi-automatic weapons and shit on their yard and on their land, they have to humble themselves. They have formed civil militaries to maintain white supremacy, to maintain their control over land, they control over neighborhoods, and ultimately they control over people. Shit, they control over the damn South. So when you take their gun from them, you humble them greatly, and they have to live in a world where they have to confront their fears, which is the black man, which is their karma. They have to deal with that and try to find creative ways and other ways to deal with their karma than hiding behind the barrel of a gun. So it will humble white people. But I'm going to tell you why it's never going to happen at a substantial level. Because it will be a civil war. You cannot take white people's guns. They are living in a paranoid delusion about chaos and mayhem and black people taking over shit. So they're in a panic attack, and they're in pre-post-traumatic disorders. So they're afraid of the future. So you're not going to be able to take their guns without a fight. There's going to be a civil war, and that will destabilize America and ultimately overthrow the country. This country will be destabilized. If another country want to get involved, like Russia or something, with destabilizing America, all they got to do is play both sides on this gun control issue, because that's the quickest way you can destabilize this country. That will be a civil war between the citizens. It might be a tri-civil war between the citizens in some states, between some states and the federal government, between some citizens and the federal government. Because you got to look at this. If they was to make any gun regulations, it's probably going to happen at a state level and not at a federal level. But even if it happens at a state level, the citizens are going to fight the state. People really believe in that document, that document you call a constitution, the United States Constitution. They really believe in that doctrine. They swear by that. They're under the mind control of the founding fathers. So they believe they have a Fourth Amendment right, and they have a right to fight for that against enemies, foreign and domestic. So they were going to fight you. The reason they got a gun was to protect their constitutional rights. So if you're going to take their constitutional rights away from them, then you end up having to fight them, and you end up having a civil war, which is not really what you want right now. While Trump has picked so many battles with China and picking battles with different countries, and Russia has advanced its ability to be invasive in other governments' business and even it has advanced its nuclear power. This is the wrong time for a civil war right now. So the government don't want a civil war in their hands. So they're not going to mess with people's right to bear arms. They're scared of the NRA. They're scared of the people who own guns in America. They're not going to mess with that. So give up on the idea of any substantial gun control changes in America. It's not going to happen. Now, a lot of our other constitutional rights have been stripped of us daily. Our freedom of speech, our right to travel, so many different constitutional rights that the sovereign citizens talk about all the time. The only one that I see whites are collectively willing to fight for is the Fourth Amendment, the right to bear arms. That's going to be the hardest one to take, because you're going against those that are willing to fight directly by messing with that. The federal government has been punked by the gun carriers. It's been punked by the NRA. You see the whole Clive and Bundy situation, where they have the show out or show off with the federal government, armed against the federal government. Most of them got off. They let all of them off. They let Clive and Bundy and all the Bundys off scot-free. They are scared of the gun holders in this country. So while they're just playing games and trying to pacify the Our Lives Matter movement and act like they're really concerned and they're really going to make changes because they care about people, they're not going to be able to do it because it is not realistic, and they don't want that kind of problem on their hands. I don't care how many children get shot. They're willing to sacrifice those children to maintain their defense against their potential holocaust, against the potential chaos. They don't want what happened in South Africa, what's happening in South Africa now with Julius Malema, Azania. They don't want to see that in America. They don't want the Hispanics and Native Americans to unify with blacks and start taking back their land in this country. The only thing stopping that is the guns that they possess. They need semi-automatic weaponry to make them feel secure with that impending doom, with the possibility of those circumstances. They don't want to end up like South Africans. So they've been trying to put themselves in the most militaristic vantage point to protect themselves against black people, against indigenous and minority people who are upset with them, against so-called terrorists and people that are anti-American or anti-white. They've been trying to shield themselves from that. They say America has made a lot of progress and it's not about racism anymore. We've changed, and why they've presented that face to you, behind the scenes they've been locking and loading. They've been stocking up artillery. They've been buying guns and having gun shows. So they show you one face, but behind the scene, they're prepared to fight and protect themselves against the day that they fear. ʟᴏ the day of judgment for the white man. They've been trying to protect themselves from that. So if you take their guns, that will humble them in a way that they don't want to be humbled. So they're not going to let you take their guns. That's like a zombie movie. The whole community is turned into zombies. Black zombies, black, Hispanic, and Native American zombies all over the place. And the one person in your town is talking about, let's take your guns. We got to take your guns. You're not going to let them take your guns. You know, hell, there's zombies all over the goddamn place. Why would you give your gun up? You're petrified. You're in a state of immense fear. How could you possibly give up your gun? You would shoot the person that would ask for your gun in a moment like that. So I just had to keep it real. I had to let you all know that, there's not going to be no substantial gun control, so just give up on that. And if it is, be prepared for a civil war. But I think the government is smarter than that, man. They're not going to let the murder of a few children create that type of mayhem in this country. So they're going to pacify this Our Lives Matter thing out. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleuncensored.c.o.m. Donate and don't hate.